Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel and to another Series 8 VGC Team Builder. Today we're going to be focusing around a legendary Pokemon that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is Origin Form Giratina. And you're probably asking yourself, like, why would you build around this Pokemon? Nobody uses this Pokemon. It's not very good, and you'd be right about that. But it's fun, and it's a really cool Pokemon. And I have a shiny, so we're going to be using that. Wait, I bet you're wondering where I get all the shinies I use in my videos. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not much of a shiny hunter. Dynamax raids are a quick and easy way to get some good shinies, but I got most of my shinies from Lucarios Dojo. Lucarios Dojo is a page on Facebook that has a great community of Pokemon fans that do a lot of trades, giveaways, shiny max raids, and so much more. It's a community that I visit frequently, and I highly recommend you check out. Thank you to everyone at Lucarios Dojo, and with that said, let's get back to the video. The thing is about Origin Form Giratina. The Griseous Orb is a strange move, or strange item, that boosted stab moves by 0.2%, while also changing Giratina's base stats from 100 attack and 100 special attack to 120 attack and 120 special attack, and then moves the 100s to the defenses. So he loses defenses for offenses, which isn't bad, you know, not horrible, but it's not incredible. You can't put weakness policy on this thing, and a lot of the restricted Pokemon in this format are weakness policy Pokemon. But I think it'll be really fun to build around this Pokemon, and he'll hit really hard once we're done. So I really wanted to build a special set. Sadly, I really didn't think it was going to work well. I was thinking about Tailwind, Trick Room, stuff like that, but it's just a little too awkward to run those. So I came up with a different strategy that I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to show you guys. We're going a physical set. I know I said in the past I don't like to use physical max targets, and this will be the second team with a physical max target, but I will show you exactly what I'm doing in just a moment. So one thing that this Pokemon gets is Dual Wingbeat. It's a new move in Generation 8. It's pretty good. It's a 40 power move that hits twice, so basically 80 with 90% accuracy. And with Dual Wingbeats, we now have Max Airstream, and that can be our form of speed control. And then I'm just going to go the stab moves, because you have to go stab moves if you're going Griseous Orb. If you don't go stab moves, you're really missing out on that 20% boost to those moves. So I don't really want to go Shadow Force. I don't really like two-turn moves that much. It's kind of interesting in that it works as a protect in a way, but personally I'd much rather go Poltergeist, and that is another new move in Generation 8 that is also 90 accuracy. But you know, accuracy is no big deal. We're going to be maxing this thing a lot, and luckily we have Dragon Claw that has 100% accuracy that we can rely on if we think we're going to miss. Finally, we're going to go with Protect, because I think you should always put Protect on your max targets or primary attackers, because that's what your opponent is going to want to kill. They're going to want to focus down that primary attacker and hopefully take it out before you can get anything off. And the set that I came up with is really interesting, and you'll see why. Giratina has a ton of HP, and we really want to just like lean into that bulk. So we're going 220 into HP, and then 116 into attack. And you're probably thinking, like, why 116? Like, this thing is supposed to kill things, right? Well, you'll see with the next Pokemon why I'm going slow attack. And then finally, we're going a little bit into defenses, to add to the bulk. And finally, 124 speed. And you're probably wondering, why 124? Why specifically that number? Like I said, wait till the next Pokemon. The next Pokemon that we're going to be bringing is Alcremie. And this Pokemon isn't super good, but it has a really good signature move in the form of Decorate. Decorate is basically a weakness policy that you can just use every turn. It's really interesting because if Alcremie lives more than one turn, we could possibly get +4. But that's the thing. We want this thing to live, and that's not very likely. People know what this thing can do. It's not used very often. People know, though. Because people probably played around with it a lot in Series 1 of Ranked. I've never really seen it used, and if I have, it just didn't do anything. I just killed it immediately. But what helps with that is Focus Sash. We're going to Focus Sash on this thing, so it's guaranteed to live one hit. And I don't think it's likely people will double into the Alcremie. So we'll hopefully be able to get one Decorate off before it dies. And it's going to be like a completely supportive set. It's going to have Helping Hand and Protect. Because I think people are going to want to focus this down before it gets a Decorate off. And we're going to put Dazzling Gleam on here because I like my supportive Pokemon to have at least one attacking move. And since it's going to be the only Fairy type on my team, I want to have a Fairy type move so I can hit things like Urshifu and just one-shot them. Urshifu is not super hard to one-shot, but especially with a Fairy move, it's going down. And I'm a little broken up on what ability I want to go with. Sweet Veil is good because it stops sleep, but Aroma Veil is really good because then they can't taunt my Alcremie, and that's something that I need to worry about a lot. If Alcremie gets taunted, it's basically useless. So I'm going to go Aroma Veil for now. We might change that up. And I'm also a little all over the place. I'm a little all over the place with this team. I'm going a defensive set with 2022 HP. No, sorry. With 220 HP and then max speed. And that's why I went the EVs I did on the Giratina. The EVs I put on Giratina makes Alcremie exactly 1 point faster. So Alcremie will be able to go first, then Giratina will go right after that with a +2 max airstream to boost the speed stats. And after that, Alcremie will be around 180-ish speed. So hopefully survive turn 1 and outspeed turn 2. You know what I mean? If not, we have Helping Hand, which is priority. And then the last of it goes into special defense. Because there's so many special attackers in this format, I don't like going bulk while also going Focus Sash. It seems counterproductive, but I just don't see any reason why I would go into special attack. And if I can live multiple turns with the bulk, that's amazing. So we also have a shiny Giratina and a shiny Gmax Alcremie, so we will be using those on our team. Next, we're going to bring Celesteela on the team. And originally I was thinking about Celesteela as a weakness policy set and having that be my secondary max target. So this team would be Giratina Alcremie or Celesteela Alcremie. But I can't really fit a supportive Pokemon that can activate Celesteela's weakness policy onto the team. So we're just going to go with Power Herb. And I think this set's really good as well, because since we're not planning to go an electric type Pokemon here, and there's so many flying types, we can go Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam is a super interesting move. I really like Meteor Beam. Being a 2-turn move, 120 power that boosts your special attack by 1. And with the Power Herb, you get to skip the first turn and just go straight for the move and get the +1 special attack. Also, when you max, it is max Rockfall, which isn't amazing for my team, but it does make it so I can use turn 1 rock moves multiple times if I wanted to. And then we're just going to go stab moves, Air Slash and Flash Cannon, and then Flamethrower, because Fire is going to be really good for this team to support Giratina. I think this core works really well together. Celesteela really covers a lot of Giratina's weaknesses, being able to take most of those. They don't have any shared weaknesses. None of these Pokemon have much for shared weaknesses and support each other really well, which makes them a really good core. Gotta change that to 50. Sadly, I do not have a shiny Celesteela. I have a current Celesteela that I used for a previous team. I'm just going to use that one. I'm not 100% on what the set was, but along the lines of like max special attack, max HP. It's not exactly that. It's a little more complicated than that. I just can't exactly remember what that set is. And it'll be in my battle video when I put the Pokepaste down below. Modest Nature. But yeah, this is a Power Herb set, and it's going to be a really good max target. It has the max airstreams, stab max airstreams, by the way. It has flash cannons, which will boost the defenses, and Flamethrower to deal with ice types and stuff along those lines. Next, we're going to go Incineroar. And I know Incineroar is used on every team, but it's because it's such a good Pokemon. Why wouldn't I use it? And this set is going to be a bit strange. So I'm not going the Burning Jealousy, and that's not why it's strange. We're going Shuca Berry to have the damage of ground type moves. So ground type moves are doing nothing to this team right now. Incineroar can easily take one ground type move. Giratina and Celesteela can both switch into ground type moves. So Incineroar is going to be really good because the primary way to hit Incineroar right now is ground type moves. Well, water as well. We're going to be bringing Taunt, Flare Blitz, Parting Shot, and what was the last move I wanted to bring? Fake Out, of course, Fake Out. And the EV spread is up for debate, but I already have a set for Incineroar. I have 2 Incineroars built in my boxes right now, so I'll probably just steal from those. Max HP, 4 in attack, 12 defense, and 236 special defense and 4 in speed. 4 in speed to outspeed other Incineroar's fake outs, and especially defensive because that's probably the best way to build Incineroar. Intimidate will just drop the physical attack anyways with a careful nature. And I do have a shiny Incineroar, but I don't like to have like a full team of shinies. I like to have about 3, and there's another Pokemon I would rather have as shiny. And the main purpose of this Incineroar is basically support, but also to be a fire type. We have a lot of Pokemon that don't want to deal with ice types too much. Like Giratina doesn't like ice types, and Celesteela, it's neutral, but at least you can fire back with a flash cannon. Next we have the Pokemon that I wanted to use as my third shiny, which is Swampert. Swampert gets Wide Guard, and I think Wide Guard's really good in this format. And I think it'd be really good to support Giratina, because there is Ice Horse and Ghost Horse that just like obliterate Giratina. We're just gonna go Citrus Berry and Torrent. Damp isn't super good. Nobody's using stuff like Misty Explosion, Self-Destruct, or Aftermath, stuff like that. Nobody's using any of those moves right now. So we're just gonna go Torrent. Liquidation. I don't know if I should go like Ice Punch or high. We should really go High Horsepower and Protect. And I don't have a perfect stat spread for this yet. This will probably change, but we're just gonna go max HP attack for now. And this could be a max target, probably not very often. But what I really wanted this for was the Wide Guard. And I do have a shiny Swampert as well. Wide Guard and having Water and Ground Stab is super good. And last but not least, we're having a Rillaboom on the team. Rillaboom is also super good. I really enjoyed using Rillaboom on my previous team. The last video really showed off how good this Rillaboom set is. So I'm going Assault Vest with Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Knockoff, and High Horsepower. I personally think this is the best Rillaboom set. It's very diverse. I think it's very bulky. You don't even have to worry about speed because you have 2 priority moves. And I think it's super important to have a terrain on your team to deal with other terrain strategies. So we're going to go 252 into a HP, 232 into attack with a positive attack nature, 4 into defense, and 20 into special defense. And this allows for my Assault Vest to give me a couple more points to my special defense to add for extra bulk. It's super fat. It's a great max target. And it also makes for a Water, Fire, Grass core. So we have a Dragon, Fairy, Steel core and a Water, Fire, Grass core. I think this team is going to be really fun. I'll leave the Pokepaste in the description, but this team isn't done yet. I'm definitely going to put the rental code in my videos, and I would really encourage you to try this team out for yourself. Make some changes. Tell me what you've changed about it and what you think of it. I really appreciate you coming to this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.